Hi, everyone. We're talking again about common issues that I see crop up in mediations and how they might be avoided in the workplace or in your business setting. One situation that I see frequently is issues surrounding consultants or third parties coming into a business environment, and that creating some kind of problem either for the consultant or for the business. In large part, that stems from three things. First, miscommunication. There oftentimes is a lack of understanding on the part of the business or the consultant as to exactly what the role of each is going to be. Who's going to take care of certain tasks? Is that going to be accomplished by the consultant, or is that going to be accomplished by people within the organization? Unless those kinds of things are clearly defined up front and ahead of time, that can create a lot of confusion and that can create a lot of indecision within the relationship. Second is territorialism, and this is a tough one. That often happens in a situation where you have someone who is insecure about the role of the consultant. So, for example, you have a director of sales, and somebody is brought in as a sales consultant to help the business grow its sales. That director of sales may feel like his or her job is being threatened, and that they may be not long for the world of that particular business. So it's really important in that circumstance for not only both sides to have the roles of each clearly defined, but also for the consultant to go in and really try to establish a cooperative working relationship there, to clearly define what their role is and to say, hey, I'm not here to step on any toes. What parts of this process would you like me involved in? What parts of the process do you think you have a clear grasp on, so that we can really divide and conquer as opposed to feel like we're stepping on each other's toes? That can be a really difficult decision to have. So oftentimes you may want to have the involvement of the CEO or whoever happens to be the person ranking above the director of sales, or whatever the job responsibility happens to be. If you get sort of broad brushed mission statement from that particular individual, that allows the director level person or whomever it happens to be and the outside consultant to work together as opposed to separately, to define the roles and make sure they're not stepping on each other's toes. Third, and perhaps most importantly, sometimes there's just not a cultural fit. Sometimes the consultant steps into a situation, for example, if there's a merger or a takeover, where they're used to working with one side of the business, but not with the other. Until that culture has been defined for the business overall, the new business, the one that's been merged together, it's going to be really hard for the consultant to find his or her way in that organization. So again, that's where having some high level conversations with the top folks, the CEOs, that level of folks can really help, because you can sit down and say, okay, why do you want me involved in this situation? What is it that you want me to bring to the table here? And what do you want your internal folks to be doing? Then once those high level decisions have happened, the consultant and the sort of mid-level or upper level management employee can sit down and define how that's going to play out. Again, communication is really key. And sometimes for the consultants, it's really tough because you've got a mission, you've got a job, you've got an assignment to do, you want to bring value, you want to be seen as important to the organization, but you've got to do it in a way that's going to preserve the relationships with the individuals who are full-time employees. Sometimes that's a really tough line to walk, but be patient, be engaged in constant communication, and hold yourself out as a partner as opposed to a competitor. Hope this helps. Thank you.